try and make yourself a part of the community of Northwestern. By doing that, you get it's such a rewarding experience, and there are all types of opportunities that can result from that.
Develop relationships. Don't assume that you're just working on your own. And so by spending the time to do that and develop friends and relationships, it can help you through the program.
The advice I'd give to incoming students is to, first of all, make sure you're in the right program and make sure that your heart and your mind is really focused on what you're about to do.
I would give them advice to take advantage of everything you're learning and always apply it in the workplace and apply what you're doing in your workplace to your studies, because it really brings the program full circle and really gets you more engaged in your work in every area. So
I would say networking. It's really important that people connect on all levels with the people you take the classes with and with the professors, especially because they're distinguished in their field of study.
Enjoy each and every single class. Don't rush it. If you're busy, if you have a busy life like I did, take your time. It's just a really, really enjoyable program, and every class was awesome. Oh boy, what's the best part of being a Northwestern student is that it's, first of all, the prestige of Northwestern.
The best part I think about being a Northwestern distance learning student was that you dealt with a lot of very intelligent people and professors who seemed to care.
People know what kind of education you're getting. It's reliable, and they seem impressed, and they love to talk to you about it because it's a well-known school.
Everyone knows where your school is and what it means to really be a student here, and it holds a lot of weight out in the real world.
They really value education.
Before I became a Northwestern student, I always dreamed of being a Northwestern student, and I never really thought that I would.
It exceeded my expectations, and it allowed me to grow.
Just the fact that I'm part of an alumni that is historical.
I'm a much older student, and I felt very much at home and comfortable there, and really, really just enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, I don't know if I had a favorite. I really enjoyed all my classes. My statistics class and my leadership class were really well done, and the writing throughout the whole program. I'm an engineer, and I became a much better writer after going through this program.
My favorite class was Global Cities. I just had no idea the connection that Global Cities had on your, like the impact that it had on my life on a day-to-day basis.
One of them was an elective non-traditional revenue with Dan Magala. It was sponsorship-based, and that's what I work and love, and he just had a different way of approaching how he taught and more engaging, and it was my favorite.
My favorite course was the business continuity and disaster recovery course. It was pretty practical, and it helped you learn a lot about the world environment.
Yeah, I really liked my NCAA compliance class and my intercollegiate sports management class, learning how the inner workings of college athletics. But then I also really liked my marketing class and my finance classes because it's really just good general knowledge to have for any business.
I really liked the capstone project. It was definitely challenging, but it was fun to do it and reflect on the program and integrate everything I learned through my classes into my case study. So that was really beneficial for me to bring everything full circle and reflect back on all I've learned in the past 18 months.
I studied in my own office, so I just I pretty much gave up a good part of the weekends, and I studied right where I work. So I would go there and study in my office, and I developed relationships with people over the internet and communicate with them.
Probably Starbucks.
My favorite place to start studying would be at the library because it was quiet, and then when I couldn't study at the library anymore, I would go to a coffee shop.
I would do a little studying at Weebolt, which is where a lot of my classes were, but most of the time it was at home.
My home office was fun. Always had a bunker down after work.
My network is different now than it was before I began the program because I feel like I have a little bit, no, actually a lot more experience in branching out and not so much knowing the answer, but knowing how to find the answer.
Well, how did it affect my network? Luckily, I work across the country now, but it did allow me to meet a lot of students and other people in the same profession I'm in, and allowed me to meet them in a different way. It increased my abilities and knowledge of different areas of the country, which I didn't work. I normally work on the West Coast or the East Coast, but not in the middle. And so I developed a lot of relationships with people in other parts of the United States.
My network is very different, I think, for one simple reason. One is that I'm aware that networking is extremely important. That's huge, and as a result of that, I've made a conscious effort to build my network.
It's gotten a lot bigger, from the teachers that are all work within the Chicago industry within sports to the new internship program they're starting. I was able to go to events that connected me to even my boss at my job that I got a year ago.
My network is ever expanding. I'm meeting new people all the time, so it's a wonderful thing.
If I could pick 3 words to describe my experience at SPS, it would be exciting,
Leadership,
The first word that comes to mind would be awesome,
difficult,
academic excellence,
growth.
and fun. In terms of the journey, I think I'll remember a couple things. I'll remember the students.
30 years from now, I think the thing I will remember the most about being a student at Northwestern was the depth of the learning that I experienced.
I will remember the friends I made at Northwestern, kind of the community, and just the valuable advice I've gotten from all the people within the sports industry.
The thing I remember most is having the writing, a lot of writing to do, and doing the research to get more deeper into the subject itself.
Probably the friends that I got from it. I took a lot of the same classes with my friends, and we developed really strong friendships because we were learning and hanging out at the same time.
I'm gonna remember most all the help and advice my professors gave me. They really, they work in the field, some of them, and they really taught me like what I can do with my degree and further on, and just really were there to push us along and keep us going.
I'll remember just the opportunity to build a network of people that I believe will be lifelong colleagues and lifelong friends.